A very good evening and a warm welcome to State of Business on Art Television. I'm Mariam Vijayaratna. Let's have a look at the headlines first. Dates for Budget 2026 announced. Sri Lanka climbs in global democracy rankings. News in detail. A statement from the Parliament announces that the usual budget speech by the President Andrekumara Dissanayake in his capacity as the Minister of Finance will take place on the first week of November. The budget debate will commence from the second week of November and will continue until December 5th. President, as the Finance Minister to the present Cabinet, will deliver the 2026 budget speech on the 7th of November, followed by the budget debate from the 8th of November to the 5th of December. It was announced earlier that the first reading of the appropriation bill would be presented to the Parliament on the 26th of this month. The Parliament statement issued today said that 6 days from the 8th November to 14th of November has been allocated for the second reading of the budget debate, and the vote on the second reading will be on the 14th of November. The committee stage debate will be held for 17 days from the 15th of November to the 5th of December. The third reading vote will be held on the last debate day of the second reading, December 5th at 6 p.m. During this period, the budget debate will be held every day, including Saturdays, but excluding public holidays and Sundays. During the committee stage debate period, Parliament will meet at 9:30 a.m. on Mondays and at 9 a.m. on all other days. Statement also said that it has been agreed to allocate time for 5 oral answers and 1 question under Standing Orders 27/2 in addition to the business under the Standing Orders. Sri Lanka has made a significant leap in the latest Global State of Democracy rankings for 2025, climbing 15 spots compared to last year's assessment. The improvement reflects gains across several key democratic indicators, according to the Stockholm-based International Institute for Democracy and Electoral Assistance. The country profile report highlights notable improvements in elected government functionality, freedom of expression, and freedom of the press, placing Sri Lanka among the top 25% of countries globally in civic engagement and electoral participation. However, the report also flags continuing challenges, particularly regarding freedom of association and assembly, which have shown declines over the past 5 years. The international IDEA report indicates that Sri Lanka performs in the mid-range across all 4 categories of the Global State of Democracy framework. This improvement comes against a concerning global backdrop where democracy continued to weaken last year, with 94 countries showing decline in at least one key democracy indicator between 2019 and 2024, while only a third of nations made progress. IDEA Secretary General Kevin Casas Zamora described the current state of global democracy as concerning, making Sri Lanka's progress particularly noteworthy in the international context. The Ceylon Chamber of Commerce has presented its priority proposals for the National Budget 2026 to President Andrekumara Dissanayake. The newly appointed Chamber Board, led by Chairperson Krishan Balendra, outlined recommendations across 5 key thematic areas during their first official meeting with the President. The Chamber's comprehensive proposals focused on trade and investment facilitation, including establishing a national single window and modernizing the customs ordinance. The recommendations also emphasized tourism and infrastructure development through a global marketing campaign and expediting the Bandaranaike International Airport terminal expansion. Digital economy initiatives featured accelerating the national digital ID rollout and 5G broadband expansion, while sector enablers included agricultural mechanization and creating an enabling environment for data center investments. The chamber highlighted that 17 of their previous budget proposals were incorporated into the 2025 national budget, with 14 already showing partial or advanced progress. The meeting discussed sustained government-business collaboration to advance reforms, build investor confidence and position Sri Lanka as a competitive economy. The President emphasized the government's commitment to public sector reform, modernize procurement, and increase private sector participation in infrastructure development through public-private partnership in key sectors such as energy, tourism, and agriculture. Stay tuned, we'll be right back after this short commercial break. Welcome back after the break. Minister of Urban Development, Construction and Housing Andra Karunatilaka has inspected Diyathiwena Park in Battaramulla for a major renovation project aimed at promoting it as a key tourist attraction. The minister conducted a site visit to assess the park's current condition and plan the redevelopment initiative. The Urban Development Ministry has initiated plans to renovate and upgrade Diyathiwena Park to enhance its appeal as a recreational and tourism destination. Minister Karunatilaka's inspection focused on identifying areas for improvement, including landscaping, infrastructure upgrades, and adding new visitor amenities. The redevelopment project aims to transform the popular urban park into premier tourist attraction that showcases Sri Lanka's horticultural beauty while providing improved facilities for both local visitors and international tourists. The renovation is part of broader efforts to enhance urban green spaces and promote domestic tourism infrastructure development in the Colombo metropolitan area.
අපි මේ නිරීක්ෂණයෙන් බලාපොරොත්තු වෙනවා ඒ වගේ ස්ථානවල මහ ජනතාව තියෙන ගැටලු මොනවද කියලා හඳුරගෙන ඒවට අවශ්‍ය වෙන පිළියම් යෙදීම සඳහා ඒ අදාළ ඉඩම් සංවර්ධනය කිරීම සංස්ථාව වැනි ආයතනත් එක්ක සාකච්ඡා කරලා විධිමත් වැඩපිළිවෙලක් හදන්න. දැනටමත් අපි කලින් නිරීක්ෂණ පදනම් කරගෙන සමහර යෝජනා ඉදිරිපත් කරලා තිබුණා. ඒ ඉදිරිපත් කරපු සමහර යෝජනා වලින් බොහෝ දෙයක් දැනටමත් ඉඩම් සංවර්ධනය කිරීම සංස්ථාව ඒ නිලධාරී මණ්ඩලය සභාපතිතුමන් ඒ වගේම සාමාන්‍ය අධිකාරීතුමන් ඇතුළු ඒ වගේම මේ ස්ථාන භාර නිලධාරී ඇතුළු ඒ සියලු දෙනා එකතු වෙලා සමහර දේවල් වලට විසඳුම් ලබා දීලා තිනවා.
A joint training program on basic first aid and defensive driving has been launched to train 500 three-wheeler drivers in the Western Province this year. The initiative aims to address Sri Lanka's severe road safety crisis, where traffic accidents have become the second leading cause of death. The program, initiated by Michelin Lanka in partnership with the Sri Lanka Red Cross Society and the Police Department, will equip three-wheeler drivers with essential life-saving skills, as they are often the first responders to road accidents. The training covers first aid techniques and defensive driving principles to help drivers anticipate risks and avoid potential hazards. The initiative comes as Sri Lanka records 1,872 fatal accidents as of September 4th, with vulnerable road users including pedestrians, cyclists and motorcyclists being disproportionately affected. Michelin Lanka CEO Atul Renavika stated that safety is a core value embedded in their products and operations, and they aim to support three-wheeler community while reducing road accident fatalities. The program plans to expand to other provinces starting in 2026 with a focus on enhancing driver professionalism and fostering positive community perception. Sri Lanka Red Cross Society Director General Dr. Mahesh Gunasekara noted the initiative's timelines in promoting life-saving first and knowledge and strengthening road safety nationwide. Deputy Inspector General of Police Indika Hapugoda highlighted alarming road accident statistics from the past decade during the launch of a new safety training program for three-wheeler drivers. The senior traffic official emphasized the urgent need for comprehensive safety measures to address this ongoing crisis.
මේ අනතුරු සම්බන්ධව පසුගිය වසර කිහිපය තුළ බැලුවාම 2023 වර්ෂයේදී මාරකරිය අනතුරු 2231කින් 2341 දෙනෙක් ජීවිතක්ෂයට පත් වෙලා තියෙනවා. ඒ 2024 වර්ෂයේදී මාරකරිය අනතුරු 2403කින් 2521 දෙනෙක් ජීවිතක්ෂයට පත් වෙලා තියෙනවා. ඒතකොට මේ වසරේදී සංඛ්‍යාලයාත්මක අගයන් බැලුවාම 2025 ජනවාරි 1 වෙනිදා සිට 2025 නවමිනි මාසේ 8 වෙනිදා වෙද්ද මාරකරිය අනතුරු 1781කින් 1897 දෙනෙක් ජීවිතක්ෂයට පත් වෙලා තියෙනවා. මේක ලොකු විවසනකාරී තත්ත්වයක්. මේ පිළිබඳව රටේ පහුගිය වසර 30 කාලය තුල පැවති ඒ යුද්ධයේදී සමයේදී වසර 30කටම මිය ගිහිල්ලා තිබ්බේ 27000 28000 පමණ. ඒතර මාර්ගයේ සිදුවන අනතුරු වලින් වසර 10කට මිය යනවා 28000 30000ක ආසන්න ප්‍රමාණය. ඒක තමයි මම කිව්වේ මේක විවසනකාරී තත්ත්වයක්.
Stay tuned, we'll be right back with the stock updates. Welcome back after the break. Trading at Colombo Stock Exchange ended on a negative note today. The all share price index dropped by 29.43 to close at 20,612.40. The S&P SL20 dropped by 13.04 to close at 5,873.12. The turnover was over 5.8 billion rupees and over 141 million shares were traded. Up next are forex rates. That's all we have for tonight. For this and more, subscribe to our channel on YouTube and follow us on Facebook. Have a great weekend. Stay safe. Good night.